Alright, I'm gonna wait for everybody to jump on. Here we go. Hey everybody! Hi Erica. Okay, alright. Hey Lauren. Sorry, it took me a second. It said I had bad connection for some reason. Okay, so as everybody's jumping on, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself, and I want to thank Lauren so much for having me in her group. This is really exciting for me. I'm so nervous, but I have been doing some research over the past couple months on online partying because I know it's like one of our biggest struggles, right? And for me, it's just one of my favorite things to do. I love it. So I have been digging really deep to find some different ideas. So basically, I'm going to kind of read from my notes too. So what I'm going to share with you is going to help boost your party sales, get you more hosts, or help with interaction. And I'm going to share a little secret that has been a huge, huge thing for me. Just while everybody's still jumping in, and I tell you a little bit about myself, why doesn't everybody, instead of commenting hi and hello, comment what your hardest or biggest struggle is with parties? And if we have some time afterwards, maybe we can go back over that. Also, I want to tell you I talk super fast. It might be like a nervous thing, but I do have a lot of information, so I don't want to make it too long. So make sure if you're here, you have a piece of paper and pen, because if you don't have a piece of paper and pen, then it's really pointless to be here. So a little bit about myself. My name's Audra, and I am now an orange status presenter, which is so crazy. Like, sometimes when I say I'm an orange status presenter, like I seriously have to, like, it just has to like sink in. Like, it's so hard, and that's just so hard for me to understand. So if you guys didn't see a little bit about my story, just real briefly, I started Unique just to get the kit, and after a day or two into the business, things really boosted for me. There was a ton of people that wanted the mascara. It just went really, really well. Can you guys all hear me pretty good? I just want to make sure we're good. Okay, good. Things went really well. I had $1,000, over $1,000 launch party. And then a little bit, about 6 months into my business, things halted really big for me. I don't know what happened. Things just were really confusing for me. Like, I would ask questions over and over and over again, and I wouldn't understand it. I just wasn't getting it. I wasn't getting the responses or the answers that I needed. I mean, maybe I was getting it, but I wasn't understanding it. Another thing too, my sponsor had disappeared, so that was hard for me. And then also, if you guys haven't seen this, I actually sat at Yellow for a year. So that was my biggest struggle of all. Sitting at Yellow for a year can really be crazy. So I sat at Yellow for a year, but the one thing that I did do during that entire time was I really stayed positive. And I am, if you don't know me, I'm just a really upbeat person, and I like to be positive. So I stayed positive the whole time, and consistent was like my biggest thing. Consistency and being persistent. I think that my number one tip for you, if you do feel stuck, is you really have to just know what your why is. And for me, I knew what my why was and how big it was. And I felt like I always had to remind myself that my why was bigger than any struggle or any downfall in my business. And so that is what I keep in the back of my head all the time. So if you have your why, or you don't know what your why is, I highly encourage you to just dig deep in yourself and find that, because when you do find that and you know what your why is, you can get through all the hurdles and struggles in this business. So anyways, I got past Yellow after all that hard fall, and I double promoted in 1 month, pink and blue, and I gained an amazing, successful team of over 150 girls, and they're all just so incredible. We work so good together. We really keep to like the positivity in our page, so no negative, we're all positive. It's just really awesome. And so then we hit green, and then we hit orange, and we're maintaining great, and we're doing good, and we're just building, and we're going to keep going up. So anyways, I wanted to tell you just a little bit about myself, and I'll get started. So I'm going to start with, and again, just have a piece of paper and pen ready. So, because I'm going to read all this pretty fast because I have quite a bit of notes. The first thing is finding a host, and we all know kind of a little bit about this, but I just like to touch on this. So finding a host in your party is like the biggest part of your party. New presenters, this should be super, super easy for you. So if you're a new presenter, you need to make sure that you're reaching out to, 20 of your closest friends, families, your mom, sisters, best friends, anyone, and just telling them, hey, I started this new business journey. I really need your help. Can you throw a party for me? So if you're not reaching out to them, because I feel like for new presenters, it should be the easiest, because you have the opportunity to really like reach out to all those people that, can help you along the way. Current presenters, obviously, some ideas that we have are, the one thing that I stay away from big time is no graphics. So I really hate when I like scroll through Facebook and I see that graphic like, please host a party with me. I need a host or whatever. If you're doing that and that's the only thing that you're doing, then you're never ever going to have a successful party. It just looks desperate and it's tacky. So what I like to do, if you want to use a picture, the way that I like to do it is, just like, let's say for example, you're going through your August birthdays. And so you're going to write down all of the girls that have August birthdays. And the way that I do this, and it's really fun, it just really stands out and it's just really fun. So I write down all of my August birthdays, and then I go and I find the picture that we see everywhere that everyone's using, and it's the picture of the makeup kit that we can earn, and it's filled with a ton of makeup. So it's a really awesome picture. It's an eye-opener, but the way that I do it is I change it to kind of match myself. So I take that picture and then I make that graphic to match me, and that's what everyone should be doing. Instead of just taking a graphic off Pinterest and sharing it, make it to be something that when your Facebook friends are scrolling through Facebook, they're going to stop and see like, wait, what is this? Okay. So what I do is I post on it, hey, where's all Audra's birthday girls at? Let's party, get free makeup, free YCash, whatever. And so I customize it where it's going to be an eye-opener when people are scrolling through your Facebook. Stop posting graphics that say, I need a new hostess this week. I'm challenged to grab 5 hostess this week. It's not going to work that way. You need to make sure that when you are searching for your hostess that you are always sharing what the rewards are. I know for me that I have a ton of people that message me on a daily basis and they're like, hey, would you be willing to do a Scentsy party for me or whatever? The first thing that I say, or the first thing that clicks in the back of my head, and I'm sure we can all vouch for this, is, well, what do I get out of it? So if you're not telling your potential host what they're going to get out of it, then that is also going to just be a downer for you. It's really going to boost your parties and getting parties if you are sharing the host rewards. A lot of people will message potential girls to get a party and they'll forget to share what's in it for them. So don't be selfish and say, I need you to host a party. I need to expand my network, or I need to get new friends. You need to make sure that you're telling them what they're going to get, because what's in it for them, they need to know. So what I like to do is make it really like a big eye-opener for them. Like, seriously, all you have to do is get $200. Like, make it really, really, it's only $200. Like, you get $200 and you're earning YCash and you're earning a half-off item. That's all we have to do. And if you and I rock that party out together, there's no doubt in my mind that you're going to earn that. So make sure that you're saying it like that, or however you talk, to your friends and family. Share the host rewards. Let's see. Okay, so here are, I know for some of my girls, the biggest struggle is names for your party and different ideas, and the whole like Audra's Lash Bash and all that stuff. Stop using that. There's so many different ideas out there, and if you just sit down for 5 minutes and really just think in your head something really cool, it doesn't even have to be like just something that's something that's fun. Right now, I just started a Defending Innocence makeup bash, and it is like blowing up because it's a makeup bash, but they're also learning about our Unique foundation at the same time. I'm sharing pictures of the Unique foundation. I'm sharing what their rounding up is going to do, things like that. Some things that have worked for me, and I just want to share a couple. Some party ideas that have worked for me. I have recently done and again, these are just a few ideas that have worked for me. The first one I've done is a 3-day 3D bash. So I actually did not think of this idea. It was actually a customer of mine came to me and said, I love the mascara. That's one of the only products that I use. Obviously, you know, I'm going to share more products with her, but she said she only loved the mascara. It's one of her favorite products, and she wanted to have just a mascara party. So I was like, okay, this is really cool. So I did a 3-day 3D mascara party. And in that party, I only talked about the mascara like she wanted. I can't even tell you how many mascaras I sold that time. That was actually one of my biggest parties, and it was just people left and right. I did a ton of different live ideas on my mascara. I did tons of my little videos. I posted tons of before and afters, all the different tips and tricks that you can do with mascara. So that one was a really big one for me. The other one I did was a 5-day spring break bash, and that one, and again, I mean, spring break's kind of over. Summer bash might be, you know, kind of old now too, but in that one I kind of just, you know, talked about the tanning products, the rose water, the bonbons, just anything that is like summer. So that one's kind of still out of the picture. Okay, so here's another one that I love, and this one I do every single month. I try to do this one. And again, you could do like, instead of like the summer bash, you can do like, I don't know, like some kind of fall bash, but don't just call it like a fall bash. Like think of something really unique, something that is like you and something that's going to stand out. And share the fall products, you know, share all of our new fall products in that. The other one that I do on a monthly basis is my high school girls night out party. This one is my all-time favorite party ever, and I'll tell you why. So with the high school girls night out party, I strictly target one high school girl, and I tell her to invite all of her high school girlfriends. The reason that I absolutely love this, and I always try really, really hard to make it a goal to have a high school bash every single month, is because, number one, a lot of my recruiting come from younger girls. I like to reach out to the younger girls, the girls that are about to go into high school, girls that need the extra money, because they're gonna be the ones that are working really hard for it. And we always try to reach out to, you know, the single moms and the stay-at-home moms, but we tend to forget about the high school girls that are going to college and need that extra money. So I do a high school girls night out every single month. What I do is I tell them to invite only their high school friends. So don't get your mom and grandma in there. You can tell them about her or whatever, but it's strictly just a high school bash. In there, I share all of the products that like high school girls or girls going into college want. I make my own graphics that are really, really cute that say, you want extra college money, you know, money to pay for your books, whatever. And again, just think about high school girls when you're doing this bash. And I just think, okay, when I was in college, I needed money for, you know, going out. And so, or I needed money for, you know, my books or whatever. So if you target and you think their mind, like if you really just like open your mind up to think, okay, well, what do these high school girls need? Then you need to talk about, you know, gear it towards them. So talk about, you know, the college money, like things that are going to like pull them in, because the best part about the high school bashes are that they love the makeup, because they're young high school college girls. They love the makeup. They love the a lot of my the high school bashes, they love the mascara, they love the foundation, they love the lip stains, things like that. So, and the best part about high school bashes is that you can, if you try and you're really working hard, there's no excuse whatsoever that you cannot find a presenter out of one of those parties. I try so hard to make sure that I try to do at least, and I should do more, but at least one high school bash a month. And then that way I know I'll have one high school girl from that party, because I'll tell you, I will not leave that party until one high school girl has joined my team, because why wouldn't they? The other one I do is a 50 friend makeover. This one is just 50 friends. It's just a 50 friend makeover. So it's basically your closest friends, family, just 50 closest friends, family, make it very personal. And I do that one. I really love the 50 friend makeover because it's just a personal party. There's only 50 people in there, never go over. I do this for myself, and I also do those for my customers. I say, hey, you know, if you want to do a 50 friend makeover, you can invite 50 of your friends and we're going to rock it out. And again, just to let you guys know, all of my parties are all done online. I do everything online. So my high school bashes are online, my 50 friend makeovers, everything. I've never done home parties. I would love to do one, but I have not done one yet. These are all on online Facebook parties. And then the other one I do, just one last idea, is just a one-on-one live. So there's a lot of people that come to me and say, hey, I really want to try your makeup. I really want to try Younique, but I don't know how to use it. So what I do is I offer a one-on-one live with them, and I literally pull out my makeup trunk and I show them everything and talk about everything, show them how to use it really quick. And then before you know it, you've pretty much done like a one-on-one, like sitting together, and you've sold a bundle or a collection. So, I still do, and a lot of these, like I said, the 3-day 3D bash is just a 3-day party. My 5-day spring break bash, my high school girls night out is 10 days. Typically, unless I specify, all of my parties are 10 days. And I mean, to me, I love it. If I could make them longer, I would. I like the 10-day parties, and I really keep them going the whole 10 days. So I think after 10 days, it's pretty good to cut it off there. Okay, so going on to hostess coaching, and I don't want to be on Lauren's live for like ever, so I'm going to try to talk fast. So the next important part about partying is hostess coaching. If you are not doing hostess coaching, then you might as well just like throw a couple $100s out the door, because if you are really working with your host, then you can have a totally amazing rocking party. I actually just, I had a party where me and my host, we talked, and we really just like worked together in the party. She liked my post, and everything that I'm going to tell you that she needs to do is what I told my host. This host, she ended up with $898 in YCash and all those half off items. And this was like, I mean, that's makeup forever, you guys. So it's super, super, super important to do hostess coaching. The way I do hostess coaching is I make it, I think it is super beneficial to pick up the phone and call your host for just 10 minutes and just say, hey, I just need 10 minutes of your time. That's it. If you want to have an amazing party, just give me 10 minutes. I'll talk to you super fast. I'll tell you everything you have to do, give you the download on a phone call or whatever. If for some reason they cannot take the phone call, then you need to do a personal voice message to them. Don't type it out. Just make it very personal. So either a personal phone call or a personal Facebook message. You need to make sure that you're explaining everything to them. Everything. Do not tell your host that they're going to sit back with their feet up and their wine glass in their hand, in their pajamas, doing nothing. Because if you tell your host that, then your party will be a fail. That is like one of my biggest pet peeves. I don't know why. Like, I usually don't get irritated about things, but when I see that like graphic that tons of people share that just say, prop your feet up and drink your wine and get in your pajamas and you're not going to do nothing. I do all the work. If you tell your host that they're doing nothing, then your party's going to be a total dud. I mean, you'll be super lucky if you do get a good party out of that. Because that is the total opposite. Your host needs to be doing everything with you. You need to make sure that you and your host are doing a 50-50 job. I mean, yeah, you're going to be doing more than your host because you're sharing the products, but she needs to be in there working her girls just as much, you know. The hostess, so here's some of the things that I tell my hostess that she needs to be doing. She needs, and again, let me just tell you, I provide everything for my host. everything. I have everything saved in my notes on my iPhone. I use my iPhone 99.9% of my time. I'm never on a desktop. And so everything is saved right here on my phone. So if I'm on the road driving, I can pull it right from my notes. I make sure that I tell my host that they need to be posting on their wall, on their personal wall, prior to the party. I give them that post. So what I do is I go into my notes, I pull that out where it says pre-post, hostess party or whatever. I give them what it's going to say, and then a picture with it. So then that way they don't have to figure out what to say or not know what to say and have to find a picture. I give it to them. I say, hey, go post this on your wall 2 days prior to your party. I tell them that they need to make sure that your host is liking and commenting on every single thing. So if your host is working all day long, that's okay. As long as she's coming back at the end of the evening and she is liking every single one of your posts and commenting on every single thing, then what that's going to do is it's going to ding a bell or a notification to her friends. And I'll tell you about that in just a second, why that's important. Provide your host with a daily post to be posting in her party. I make sure that my host has a daily post every single day. Sometimes my hosts are so awesome that they come up with something on their own and they have two, but I always make sure that every single day of the party, I provide my host with a post to post in there along with a picture. Encourage your host to be posting selfies. So if she has the mascara, make sure that she's posting selfies, or the makeup, make sure that she's posting selfies with her using the makeup inside of that party. If she doesn't, just encourage her, to talk about it or something, share about how she loves it, or, wants to try it, or she's heard it's great, or whatever. Another good thing too is to make sure that throughout the party, so every single day, you should be checking in with your host and telling her, hey, okay, we're at $150. We only have a $50 more to get you to a qualified party. $50, that's it. Like, you need to make it exciting and fun, and telling them every step of the way where they need to be and how much they need to be at. Sorry, I was reading a comment. And so, sometimes, like, when the party's gotten over $200, I like it to be like a surprise. And so maybe like the last couple days, I won't tell my host, like, do not peek. I like to make it fun for him. But in leading up to that $200 qualification party, make sure you're telling them, sharing with your host, like, hey, if you saw that so-and-so liked my, foundation post, go over there and tell them, reach out to him or whatever. And so be sharing that rewards with them. To me, and this is just my opinion, I like to offer an extra special gift if my parties get to 500. For some reason, I know this sounds really it doesn't sound crazy. It really is just a thing of mine, but I get this rush, like, literally, I get like this thrill when I hit $1,000 party. Like, it's just some kind of like rush that I just love. And so when I hit, my goal is $1,000 party, but for my host, I like to settle for 500. So I say, if you hit a $500 party, I'm going to give you this or whatever. You don't have to do that. That's just me. So I do not use YCash for myself at all. I save every single bit of my YCash for my customers. I feel like it comes in good use, like when you're doing, sales or Black Friday or whatever. So when I buy things of myself, I buy it straight from my pocket, and I save all of my all of my YCash for my customers. So then if, hey, so-and-so, if you get this party to $500, I'm going to throw you in an extra $20 YCash towards whatever your purchase is. So that really, really comes in good use. If you're stacking up that YCash, think of your customers, because in the long run, the YCash is what they like. So, make sure that your hostess is tagging friends, in the post. So let's just say, let's just say if I do a post with a bonbon or something, and I show a picture, my host needs to go and make sure that they're tagging a girl, like, oh, hey, so-and-so, did you check out Audra's picture of her with the vanilla bonbon on? Oh my gosh, with your tan and your blonde hair, it would look so pretty. You really should check it out. Like, make sure that your host is, complimenting and tagging at the same time. So complimenting them with something like, oh my gosh, I really thought of you when she put this bonbon on. You should try it. That is going to help. Okay, so moving on now to getting more viewers. So some of you, yeah, I'll tell you how to use the YCash at the very end. I'll get off topic so easy if I even look at what everybody's writing. So getting more viewers. So a lot of us, I hear a lot of times people say, like, I feel like nobody's in my party. No one's looking, no one's liking, no one's commenting. First of all, that's not true. I've had several parties where I swear to you, not one person commented, or not one person comments, or one person likes, and it ends up being a $500 party. Here is how you're gonna get more viewers into your party. So Facebook is like a little iffy. So we all, you know, I don't know if you guys are all aware of how to get people entered into a party. So I did a lot of researching on this. So if Lauren has a party for me and Lauren invites her friends to my party, just because Lauren has added, and I'm speaking of groups, I do everything in a group. I don't use events. I have nothing against events. Groups are just my thing. I've always been comfortable with them. They've always worked for me. So when I speak on my parties, I'm talking about groups. So Lauren adds her friends into my group. And just because Lauren's friends are in my group does not mean Lauren's friends are getting my notifications. So in order to get Lauren's friends to see all of my notifications, there's a couple ways that you can do that. The first thing is that your hostess, not you, not the person sharing the party, the host needs to be tagging their friends. Like, this is why it's so important to make sure that your host is tagging all the time. So if I do a welcome post that says, post your selfie and your favorite makeup product, your host needs to be tagging as many of her friends as she can, because the second that she tags, her friend is going to get the notification on her Facebook. When her friend gets that notification on her Facebook, then they're going to click that notification and they're going to be entered into that party. Let's see. Okay, so another way to get someone into a party, and here is what I do. I always make a graphic. I can share my graphics in this feed when I'm done. There are some people, believe it or not, that are not annoyed by this. They're like legit in the party because they want to hear about the makeup. They're there because they want to hear what you have to offer. So there are people that want to be there, and there are people that want to get the notification. So I do make sure that I create a cute little graphic again of mine. I screenshot the front of my party, and there's an arrow clicking to the more, and then an arrow clicking to notifications, and then another arrow clicking to get notifications. And this is just a little graphic step by step on how they can get notifications coming to their party. Again, not everybody's going to want that. Some people may even turn them off. They're still going to see it. But some people do want those notifications. So I make sure that I post those in my party. Here is the number one most important way to get people into your party. And this is like a big, huge thing that I do, is you want to create an invite. And so by doing that, what I do, and again, this is something that I create, and I have in my notes, and then I give to my host to send out to all of her friends that she's inviting to the party. So if you have a pen and paper, write this down, because this is exactly what I say. I'll read it word by word, and it really, really, really helps. And again, with this, I create my own cute little graphic, and to make it look like a cute little invite. And so, so this is saved in my notes. I give it to my host, and she sends it out. So this is what I say. If you want to write it down, I just say, hey, Lauren, I'm hosting a unique party. I absolutely fell in love with the products. If you have never been to one of Audra's parties, then you'll know that her parties are the best and they're so much fun. There's no obligation to buy, but Audra is giving away tons of products, and full-size ones too. And again, you can change that to whatever you're giving away. If you click this link below, it's going to automatically enter you in for the big drawing. That is the most important sentence of the entire invite, because that is going to enter them into the party. When they see that there's no obligation to buy, they're invited to this party to just come check out some products, and just by entering or just by clicking that link is going to enter them into that party. Enter them into that party and enter them into the big drawing at the very end. That's like my most favorite #1 way to get people into a party, and I use that every single time. So again, that's me. Make your own invite. Mine is because I feel like my parties are fun. So I just say, hey, you know, if you've ever been to one of Audra's parties, you know that they're fun, you know that they're laid back. So no obligation to buy. By clicking this link below, you're entered in for a party. And you're gonna, of course, the last line is going to be attached with your host's link there. So then when they see no obligation to buy, you're entered in just by clicking this link, they're going to click the link. Duh, why wouldn't they? Because they want that free product if they win. So, I mean, why wouldn't you, you know? And sure, I will share that. The link to the group. So that link, you're going to want to share the link to their party group. So not the link to their unique party, but the actual link to the party group. And then again, whatever you can do as a gift. So whether it be the final gift, whoever enters into that party, whatever gift that you can do, then that's your gift. And people love anything, you guys, whether it be $10 Y-Cash or $20 Y-Cash or a pigment sample packet. You know, what I do is I take our mini makeup trunk that we got with our presenter kit, our little black trunk, and I wish I had it with me so I could show you. I go to Hobby Lobby, I spend $2 on bags this big, and I go into my bathroom and I take every single product in there, and I put a sample of every single product that I have in my bathroom in those little baggies. I do primer, I do foundation, I do concealer, I do pigments of every color, just anything, and I put all those bags into that one tiny little makeup trunk of mine that we all have. And then when somebody wins a gift, I go and pull 3 or 4 of those little bags out. I go and attach them all with a cute little paper clip, like a cute paper clip or whatever, and then I put them in a little cute envelope. I make everything really cute. I put it in a cute little envelope with my business card talking about what the products are, and I mail it off to them, and there's their gift, and it costs me nothing. So again, I fill up just my little presenter kit, the little black trunk that we have, and they're filled up with just a ton of samples. Let's see. Okay, so the next thing that I do is engagement in the party. So the first and foremost thing that I do is I pin my welcome post. I do not do a live one, only because I feel like there's important things in your welcome post that can help like benefit your party. So in my welcome post, what I do is I share a little picture of myself and my family, and then I do another picture of myself with the difference of the 3D mascara. So it shows the difference in my eyes. And in that welcome post, I tell a little bit about myself. So I talk about that I'm a stay-at-home mom of 5. So then that way my customers see that I'm a busy stay-at-home mom. I talk a little bit about my journey, tell them just how amazing it's been, how just, I mean, not your successes, but just share a little bit about that. So what that's going to do is they're going to see I'm a busy mom. They're going to see how successful and how amazing Unique is. And then I tell them about 2 or 3 products that have changed my life. So I talk about the rose water because I feel like it's changed my skin. And I talk about the mascara because I have no eyelashes without it. And they can see that I genuinely love these products because I tell them why it's changed my life. And what it's done for me. So in my welcome post, I feel like it's super important to talk a little bit about yourself, because if you're a nurse or you're a stay-at-home mom or you're a firefighter or you're in the army or whatever, they get to see that you can do anything and still work this business and be successful. And then the second part is you want to talk a little bit about your success and your journey with Unique, and then the 2 products that have changed your life. So I feel like the welcome post is a really, really big thing in your party. Let's see. Okay, so I'm getting there, guys, to the good stuff. So the engagement post, my #1 most favorite engagement post that I use when I first start my party, and this is what I post prior to her inviting everyone. I post my welcome post and I do an engagement post, and that way when all of the girls are added into the party, this is the first thing that they see. So again, I make my own graphic. I do not share one that has been on Pinterest. I make my own, and it's the basic that you see. It just says, tell me how you know your host, and tell me your favorite makeup product that you will not leave the house without. The reason that I like this one and that I think it's so good is because it's going to tell you a little bit about your customer, first of all, because they're going to tell you how they know the host. It's going to tell you a little bit about them, and it's going to tell you your potential customers' needs. So they're going to get in there, going to be like, hey, my name's Audra. I'm, from Ohio. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I know the host because we went to high school together. And my favorite product I can't leave without is mascara and lip gloss. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a notebook and a piece of paper, and I'm going to write, Audra, stay-at-home mom, and she loves mascara and lip gloss. So that's going to be a big one, because I'm going to remember that when I'm posting about lip gloss and mascara, I'm reaching out to her. And I'm also going to know that she's a stay-at-home mom, which means that Unique might be a really good, really beneficial for her. So I absolutely love that post, because you're getting to know them and you're getting to know their needs, which is also in the long run it's going to tell you what to post in your party. So when you have all this written down, Holly likes primer, and Jessica likes foundation, and Nikki likes lipstick or whatever, and Ashlyn likes lip stain. You're going to know everything. You're going to know all their needs. And so then you're going to know where to start posting and how to start posting. And then the best part about it is when you get to a lip stain post or whatever, your host, you're going to make sure that you go to your host and say, hey, listen, in that welcome post, I saw that Leah likes lip stain. Her favorite thing is lip stain and mascara. So can you make sure that you're tagging her in my lip stain post? See how awesome that is? And before you know it, you have a sale. Okay. So here is some of the secrets, or like Lauren shared, some of the things that I have found that have literally changed my party business. Can you all still hear me really good? Just like put a little button or something, like push one of those little, just to make sure you guys can still hear me. Anyone? Because everything just looks like it's okay. Good. Awesome. Okay, so for anyone that has never heard, and this is really, really, really important, you guys, so make sure that you guys write this down. This is getting to the really good part, and then I'll end it with you guys. If anybody has ever heard of the 80-20 rule, so I did a lot of research into the 80-20 rule. So what that means is that 80%, so the 80-20 rule is 80% of your parties and what you're posting in your parties need to be about your customer. They need to be about your customer's needs, your customer's wants, about your customer in general. So 80% of your party needs to be about your customer. 20% needs to be about Unique. So if you go back and you look through your parties and you see that it's just strictly you posting all about Unique, try this, do that. Am I still frozen, guys? Hopefully not. I'm going to keep going. There's like 2 people that said I was frozen, so hopefully not. My connection's really good. So, so again, can you guys all hear me? I hope so. Okay, so 80, no, I hope you guys can hear me. Okay, so again, oh, is it good now? Okay, All right, I'm just gonna go. Hopefully everything's good. It set my connection's 100%. I don't know. Okay, so 80%, the 80-20 rule is 80% of your party needs to be about your customers' needs and wants. 20% needs to be about unique. So if you go back into your old parties and you see that all of your stuff is unique, 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 buy this, buy this, buy this, try this, try this, try this, then that's not good. You want to make sure that 80% of your party is reaching out, finding out what your customers' needs are, what their wants are, getting to know them, and then 20% sharing unique. Okay, so the number one thing that I wanted to share with you guys, like my most favorite thing in the whole world about parties, is call of action. I don't know if anyone has ever heard about call of action, but this is what I have been doing a ton of research on, and I absolutely love. If you are not doing call of action in your parties, you guys are totally missing out. I do not do any games in my parties because call of action is like the number one thing in the party. So if you are just joining or if you wanted to stay to hear anything, please listen to this because this is the best part. So what call of action is going to do is it's the key to increasing booking, and sponsoring and sales. So I do 3 call of action posts. The first call of action post that I do is called Pick a Date, Pick a Prize. So I, again, create my own calendar, and I can show you what my calendar looks like and how I do it. I'll post that in the comments again. I create my own calendar. On that calendar, it says August, just like August calendar, August 2016 calendar. On it, it just says pick a date, pick a prize. And then I customize it, and it says partying with Audra or makeup party with Audra, whatever. What that is, and I post this towards the end of the party. So when the party starts ending, like the last day or whatever, I post this. The reason I wait for the last day is because I feel like I want to make sure that everyone in that party is going to buy, and then they don't see that they can host a party and then they're not going to buy because they can host a party. So I wait till the last day to post that. So pick a date, pick a prize. I give every single person a prize if they pick a date. They're going to pick a date, and they're going to obligate to that day to host a party with me. When they pick a date, I'm giving them a prize. I feel like it's super, super important to give a prize to every single person that picks a date because you're getting a party out of that. So again, what prizes I give for that, because you may get 6 or you may get 2 or you may get 10. Again, I go back to my little black makeup trunk. I pull out 3 little samples, a pigment, a primer, and a concealer. I bundle them up in an envelope and send them off, and that's their prize. So they get, I call it a sample party pack is what I give them. So pick a date, pick a prize is the number one call of action. I'm going to plug my charger in 1 second. Okay, so pick a date, pick a prize is the number one call of action. That is going to increase your sales. The reason it's going to increase your sales is because you're going to get more parties down the long run from that. And again, you can do simple prizes for that. I like to give everyone a prize because I feel like when people say, pick a date and you're entered in for a prize, they feel like, oh, I never win anything. I'm not going to pick a date. But if you tell them pick a date and you're getting a prize, they're going to pick a date and then you're going to get parties. The second call of action that I use is ask me about my job and be entered in for a prize. So again, I have my own little cute graphic that just says, ask me anything. And if you guys were in the big, huge party that we did, you would see what that was about and how many comments were on there. It was insane. So I just have a graphic again that I've made of myself, and it just says, ask me about my job and be entered in for a prize. So what this is going to do is this is going to increase your recruiting, because let's just say Lauren goes in there and just says, okay, I want to know how much money, or how much does it take to start a business. So then I'm just going to reply back, super simple, and I'm going to say it's only $99 to start your business. And then let's just say Jessica goes in and says, well, how much commission are you making off every sale? And I'm going to go in and I'm going to say, I'm making this much commission, and starting off, you make this much commission. So ask me about my job, pick a prize is going to increase your recruiting, because all these customers are going to go in there and they're all going to want, or most of them are going to want to ask you a question, because they're going to want to be entered in for the prize. And so when they go in there and they see the comments on the post, people are intrigued to look. They want to see, they're curious. So people are going to go in there and they're going to see how much commission. Oh my gosh, Audra's making that much commission for just doing this party. That's fun. Or wait a minute, so you're telling me I get an entire business for only $99? That's literally gonna like turn a light bulb on for a lot of people. So it's gonna increase your recruiting. The last call of action that I use is the virtual door prize. What this one is I take the link to my VIP group and I post the link in the party, and I say anyone that enters or clicks on this link and enters my VIP group will be entered in for a virtual door prize. And so what this is going to do is this is going to help you. It's going to increase with more leads, which are going to gather you more customers and more recruits in the long run. Because let's just say you have a party and it's 0 and it doesn't qualify. If you're doing the pick a date, pick a prize, you're going to get more parties from that. So just because that party had 0 doesn't mean that the 5 parties down the long run, because I'm telling you guys, when you start doing that pick a date, pick a prize, you're going to be shocked at how many people want to do this, because they want that prize. So they're going to commit to a date and you're going to try to make it soon so you can hurry up and get that party started. And ask me about my job is really going to turn the light bulb on for a lot of people. They may not join now. Okay, it's back on, it says. I'm not sure why it did that. I think it's Facebook. Just click a button, tell me if you're done. I'm almost ready to wrap it up anyway, so I think it's good. I think we're good. Okay, I think we're good now. So just keep that in mind when you feel like you have a dud party. If you're doing your call of action in there, then you're going to be fine, because you're going to get more people booking parties out of that. You're going to get potential more recruits because you've intrigued a lot of people, and you're going to get all of those customers, or most of those customers, into your VIP group, which is exactly what you want. You want all those people in your VIP group. Okay, so I did this is just really quick. I'm just about to wrap it up. The best times to post, I've done some research. This is just really quick and easy. During the weekdays, the best times to post are 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. And 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. The worst times to post are on the weekends, but that does not mean do not post on the weekends. That just means you need to be reaching out and working extra hard on the weekends, because that's when people are busy and they need that extra little push out there. So, and then also another bad time is 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. So again, another couple little tips is never to ever be absent from your party. Always answer within a half an hour. You need to think of your party as your parties and your Facebook wall in general as your storefront. So if you're walking down to Dairy Queen to go get an ice cream and the lights are off and the door's shut, you're going to go down to the next ice cream place and you're going to buy from them. So that's what your customers are going to do. If your lights are always on and your door's always open and you're always posting and you're always staying consistent, eventually the customers are going to come to you. So just think of a storefront as your business, just meaning that it's always open, you're always replying, you're always answering. Before you post anything on your personal wall or in your Facebook, always ask yourself, is this uplifting? Is it empowering? Is it validating? And if it's not, then just reconsider posting. Keep it positive. One quick thing I wanted to share with you, and I like kept this a secret for a while because I thought it was so cool, but I wanted to share it with you guys. Lately I have done in my parties towards the last day, and it's almost kind of like my deal day, and it's really not even a deal, it's just a fun thing that I've been doing, is I've been creating a lookbook in my parties, and this is like one big huge thing that gets me a lot of PRS in my parties. So what I mean by a lookbook is I I get about 30 to 40 pictures of myself, and I do different looks. So let's just say one look, one picture is of mascara, seductive blush, and that's it. Another picture is mascara, seductive blush, provoked pigment, and cherry cobbler bonbon. And then the next picture is just foundation and powder. And then the next one is primer, powder, and foundation, or whatever. So I create 30 to 40 different looks. And if you guys go in your face or in your camera and your pictures, I'm sure you guys can find a ton of selfies of yourself with different looks. Take those pictures and then you're going to place them in an album in your parties. And this is going to be your lookbook. So then what you're going to do is you're going to have your customers go into your lookbook and you're going to say, whatever look that you want or whatever you like from the look, comment what you want with your email. So if they like the look with, you know, the seductive blush and the 3D mascara, they're going to comment sold on that look. So then it's super easy for them. They don't have to go on the website and figure out, oh, what pigment's going to work for me. I don't know what look I want. You already have a look for them and it's already done, and they get that entire look. They comment it. Then you're going to go in, tell them what the total is, and they can either add it into their cart themselves, or I do a lot of work for my customers. I add it for them and they send me their credit card information and I put it through. So anyways, I think that's it, you guys. I hope this helped. I feel like it really helps me. The one thing that I do, when I do my mapping every single month, I always post on my mirror, and one of my quotes that I have up there every single month, and this is a quote that helps me with my parties. I love this quote. It says, "Sales will get you business today, parties will get you business tomorrow, but growing a team is going to get you business long term." Like, that is my most favorite quote ever. So think about it. Like, a sale is going to get you business today, and a party is going to get you business tomorrow, but when you grow a team, it's going to get you business long term. So keep that in mind. Write it down. It's like the best. I love that thing. So anyways, that's all I have. I hope this was good. I hope it was worth your guys' time. I was so nervous. You guys have been so awesome. Sorry that it went in and out a couple times, but I will do my best. If it's kind of late here and I'm really tired, as you can tell. So if you could just give me until tomorrow morning, I promise I will post all of the graphics that I use. And I don't say this to be mean. Don't copy. Do your own. Make your own. Go in, Google, and find your own calendar and make it something really cool. Like, put your, you know, your website name or whatever. So, and use my ideas, but make it your own. Make everything your own. When you make things your own, I promise you, your business will like blow up. It will. Because your customers and your friends want to see you, you know? So again, somebody asked if I could share that quote one more time. It just says, and I keep this on my mirror every single day. It says, "Sales will get you business today, parties will get you business tomorrow, and growing a team will get you business long term." So anyways, I really love that. And I'll post that quote in here too. So again, you guys, thank you so much. And I hope you guys like this. I hope it was worth your time. I'm just gonna like scroll through really quick. I don't know if Lauren has anything in here that she was doing next, but I just want to go through really quick and just make sure I didn't miss anyone's questions, because I was not reading them at all. I was trying, but I can't focus on two things. Oh my gosh, there's so many comments. You guys, like, literally, I thought I was gonna throw up when I came in here. Okay, let's just see really quick. Okay. I think we answered getting left and right. Okay. Okay, so Caitlin just said she struggles getting booking, and she's brand new. So if you're brand new, it should be so easy for you. Just reach out to all your friends and family and tell them that you need their help. Like, I really don't leave it as like a question. I just say, hey, I need a favor. Like, you can't say no. I really need you. And they don't say, a lot of them don't say no. So okay. I'm just gonna go back. There's so many things in here, guys. I don't think I can. I'll try to go back through them and tonight and answer everyone's questions. Somebody asked me if I could take a picture of my little black box. Like, all it is just, all of us have that presenter box. I will take a picture though. It's just our little black presenter box. I never used it for anything until now. So I just take and I put all of my sample packets in there. That way when a customer books a party with me, I go pull 3 of them out and I ship them off to them. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get off, guys. I don't want to keep you guys on any longer. Okay, so Darlene said, what if I don't get engagement in the party? Well, I'm guessing that you've never tried the call of action or the 80-20 rule. So if you apply the 80-20 rule and you do the 3 call of actions, I can guarantee you that you will say differently tomorrow or in a week. Yep. I will show you exactly what my samples look like. So anyways, guys, I'm super tired. I feel so good doing this. I'm so glad I got to share it with you guys. And Lauren, thank you so much. I love you to death. You guys have a good night, and I'll share everything. I promise I'll post everything in here tomorrow and answer questions. So you guys have a good night. Bye, guys.